Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Monster Train. We're here to do the daily challenge again. We've got one that looks pretty interesting this time. I've been trying to get one that doesn't have the Hellhorn in it. It seems like every time I log in, it's like Hellhorned. It's one of the factions. But this one actually sounds pretty cool with the mutators and stuff that we have available. So we're running Hellhorned and Stygian Guard, which we've done in a previous video. So as you know, Hellhorn, pretty aggressive. They've got some relatively weak direct damage spells, imps, armor, that kind of good stuff. And then the Stygian Guard is like very spell heavy, spell focused. With direct damage, a lot of damage to front units, and they also have a mechanic called Frostbite, which is sort of a damage over time thing. And I looked at this and I went, I don't know. But then I looked at the mutators, and I think the mutators are actually really interesting this time around. So we have upgraded drafts where cards come in cards and reward packs and unit banners come with a random upgrade, which is pretty awesome because I imagine we're going to get some pretty insane drafts and stuff from this. And having a random upgrade on cards is just awesome. Then we have Pain Train, which is enemy units enter with Spikes 1. Not the most thrilling thing to have, but Spikes 1 is not the worst thing in the world either. And then a new challenger. It says your champion is randomly replaced by one that is not from your primary or allied clan, which means our champion is not going to be Hellhorned or Stygian. So in a way, this is a weird 3-faction mix-up. And I think this sounds really cool. So I wanted to give it a shot, even though, you know, the clans, we've seen them before. I think the combination, especially of upgraded drafts and then just getting a random challenger from somewhere else, could be really cool. So we're going to jump in and we're going to start a run here and see how far we can get. So far, we're 1-1 on runs here. All right, so we've got apply armor 5. We got deal 20 to a random enemy units 3 times. And we got consume, apply 3 rage. So armor 5's okay. Ice Tornado is actually pretty nice. I like Ice Tornado quite a bit, especially if we can get a discount on the cost. And then Rage Serum is kind of whatever. Depends on which boss we have, which it looks like we have. Okay. Rage Serum's actually okay. Having some consume effect spells means we can kind of go in on some consume type stuff in the beginning if we want to. So our bosses this time, our main boss is going to be Seraph of the Temperament, who's going to cause friendly enemies or friendly units to enter with sap 3, which decreases their attack. So we're going to want either ways to boost attack or we're going to want ways to deal damage that don't involve attack. On ring 3, we've got explosives with a damage shield, but we are playing Hellhorn, so we have some easy ways to get rid of that potentially. And then on ring 6, we are fighting the guy with the dark shards, which I found is a pretty easy boss to play around most of the time. So it looks like we have Wildenton. I've played with this like one time before. I don't really remember what his thing is, but we'll see when we upgrade him. And we've got some direct damage to enemies in the front, enemies in the back, and we got our train steward. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward deck. So let's see where we wind up. We got some armor, some random damage, and some rage. All right, we already kind of went over our mutators. All right, let's check out. Let's see what our champion upgrade options are here. Okay, so we can give him sweep, and strike applies rooted to the attacked unit. So sweep will hit everything in a row. Rooted will keep the unit on the floor. Or we have summon, add 3 sting spells to your hand, and anytime you cast a spell, he gains increased attack. Now, this one here is going to be good for us when it comes to fighting the boss later on. Because we're going to have spells that deal damage. We're also going to be able to boost back our attack every time we cast a spell, but I think I'd rather do something like get an attack upgrade or cast rage to cancel out sap or something like that. Sweep is going to be really nice, and rooted will give us time to build up. The only concern I have about applying rooted, that means we're going to need some big boys to put in front to soak up damage. Otherwise, this guy's just going to keep everything on the same floor as him and get murdered. But I think that this Strangler upgrade is the more interesting of the two, so I'm going to take this one for that sweep, and then we'll figure out what to do about the root. Alright, let's see what artifact we can pick up. Conserve energy between turns or gain 7 energy on the first turn of battle. I like conserving energy between turns. That sounds pretty good. That gives us a way to play big units that cost extra energy if we need to. It also gives us the flexibility to play higher cost spells, more units. If we have a turn where we can't really do anything, we can conserve that and use it on the next turn. So I'm going to take the Unbroken Horn here. Alright, let's go. Alright, so at the start of battle, enemy units appear on each floor. This will get us 75 coins. Those units are going to have spike, they're going to have rage. This usually isn't that big of a deal. We might take some pyre damage, but the trade out for 75 coins right out the gate is really not that bad. We have some direct damage spells and stuff we can use as well. The main thing here is just kind of, we're not really going to play any units initially. And we did not get any of our... We didn't get any of our stuff. So all we really have is our torch. So we've got 10 armor. That would absorb 2 blows. Everything is at 5. I just really don't want to play anything this turn because all the attack is going to increase. If we do anything, we put him up here on the sweep. And we give him armor. So that, yeah, he's going to take 12 damage because he's going to attack and hit them for the spikes. Ooh, the spikes versus the sweep. I did not think about that. We could sacrifice a train steward to conserve some of his health. But we don't have a lot of units. Train stewards are the only units we have. So I think we want to... We're just going to eat like the 2 damage here. Oh, and I have this on like super speed, so let's slow this back down so you guys can see what's going on. Okay, so we definitely want to eat some of this damage here. We're going to start with a Frozen Lance into a Torch. All right, so that's 9 damage. And we can eat some of that with the Trained Steward, which is cool. We don't need to apply Rage to anything at the moment. So I think that's totally fine. So we're just gonna call it good here. Yeah. Alright, so this is gonna be nice. We're gonna be able to set up on the bottom floor to have something going on for the like boss unit that's coming up. We are going to, let's see, we've got Ice Tornado. I kind of want to use that on the boss again. So I think what I want to do here is continue to conserve the health of our big guy up top. Yeah. Alright, so this is our boss wave. So I think we want to take these guys out with our little cheap spells. Then we can Ice Tornado for 60 damage. Up here, we're just going to take 8, and that just is what it is. So we should get, yeah, we'll get 5 damage in on the boss there. We should draw some of our armor cards, and we can use those to stack onto our dude up top. Okay, we drew 1, so let's get our Train Steward going. We're gonna Frozen Lance, do our Torch. Let's get our armor going, and then we're also gonna go ahead and put Rage on him. So a whole 5 damage, but hopefully we draw an ice tornado and that'll finish him off. All right, all of our cards are going to have a random upgrade. So we've got Endless on an imp that applies Rage. This is actually really good given the final boss that we're going to fight, because we can constantly put this thing out. It can chump block something, and then it'll come back and it'll keep giving units Rage. That's probably going to be the one that we pick. I also like this one here, Fortify with Holdover. It's a free 5 armor that constantly comes back. And then we have... deal 22, minimum 22 damage to enemy units. I'm going to take the imp, just given the final boss that we're fighting here. Okay. Man, we got Helical Crystallis with a discount on it already. This is a card that I generally like quite a bit. Spell weakness is okay if we want to go for spell weakness here. With holdover, I don't know if I constantly want to keep pulling this. This has holdover as well. Deal 3 damage, apply Frostbite 8. Frostbite 8 is really nice if we can get some synergies going with it, which we might be able to with the Stygian Guard as one of our factions. But I like having the Crystallis. Like, deal 25 damage to the front enemy twice. You know, if we could put a little bit of a boost on this, so it's like 35 damage or something, it starts to hit pretty hard. So I'm going to take this one for right now. Kind of wish we had gotten a unit there. Okay, so whichever banner we go to, we are going to get a upgrade on one of the units. Now, what I'm thinking is our deck is full of spells. Right now we have 1 imp, we have train stewards. I think because of the spikes we need a big chunky butt to put in front of stuff. And some spell synergy would actually be pretty good. So I'm leaning over towards the Stygian banner here, because there's a couple of like big chunky dudes we can get that work with incant. We can also upgrade some of our units and maybe get some more health and stuff. So that's kind of where I'm leaning here. So let's see what we can pick up here. So we did not get... yeah, we did not get a big chunky butt like I wanted. But we do have a couple of things. So we have a Siren that has a health stone on it with 25 increased health. It also has incant gain Rage 2. So as we cast spells, it's going to gain attack, which is going to be a counter to that sap at the end. And that's a decent amount of health, actually, especially for something that costs 1 and only takes up 2. And we have the potential to upgrade it as well. Over here, our upgrade is damage shield 3, which is... It's not amazing. I like this card quite a bit in other decks, but I think I'm going to go for the Nameless Siren here, because she does already have that health upgrade, and she's got that Rage 2 thing. If we can pick up like a Rage Synergy artifact, it's going to be pretty nice. So we have Endless. I don't think there's anything I really want to put Endless on. We've got Endless on our Imp, which I wanted. We do have health, and we've got health and attack, though. So I think we probably just chunk this health onto a train steward. And I kind of want to boost her attack a little bit more, I think, than just 5. Like, we could upgrade her to a 1045. That actually might not be bad. Or we could just make her a 560 and make her a big tank, and we just cast spells on her floor and she gains, you know, a lot of attack. Let's try it. Let's try making her the tank and planning on like casting spells and stuff on her floor to help boost her. And then we'll upgrade one of these train stewards to just be a little bit tankier. Now we could re-roll here. Let's see. We've got a Hell Vent where we can duplicate a card and gain a Hellhorn unit. Or we can upgrade our spells and get a Stygian unit. See, we've got coins, we've got an artifact. Yeah, so there's not like a whole lot going on in the next couple of rounds. So at this point, we could only put upgrades on our imp or our train stewards. And I don't know that I'm invested in doing that right now. So I think we're just going to leave and continue on from here. I was thinking about re-rolling and seeing if we could get more unit upgrades. All right, enemy units enter with armor 10. I'm not a big fan of this. Armor trials are some of the worst in my opinion, especially when you're dealing with like low damage spells like Frozen Lance that you can't target, and then your only like real good targeted ones are deal 2 damage. Armor 10 is awful, so I'm just gonna skip this trial and just fight it normally. Okay, so right out the gate we get hit with Tornado and just clear this floor. I think that's probably what I want to do. Maybe not. Let's see. If we put him down, we kill him. If we put her down, and then we cast 2 spells on her, she's going to go up to like 14 or something. I really want to get her out, but at the same time, we could just clear these guys with Ice Tornado. I think we're going to do that, and then we're just going to boost him up. Yeah, I think that was okay. We got a regular trained Steward, so I'm going to put him out here. So he's going to take out that. And then down here, let's go ahead and take him out. And I think we'll play our Imp. So our Imp will boost the attack of him and then also absorb the blow. And then we'll get the Imp again. So this is rooted, which is nice. We drew our Helical Crystallis, which will just destroy something. We do have our big trained Steward that we could put down. I'd rather get her out there on the same floor though. So I think I'm gonna start a like second little tank section up here. We'll throw the Imp out and boost some more attack. All right, this is the final wave. Looks like we're only doing 70 damage at the moment. Okay, we've got Ice Tornado. We've got Rage. I think Ice Tornado. Ice Tornado might be our best bet. It's going to reduce the amount of spike damage we take. And then we'll do Rage. So yeah, that gets us up to 114 damage. That's like a significant improvement. Plus we already did some damage to him as well. And then we can Ice Tornado. I told you guys, I like Ice Tornado quite a bit. It's cheap, it's pretty powerful. Helps you clear floors. Okay, so we have Holdover, apply Rage 10. It costs 3 though. Man. That is really strong. That's 20 damage added to a unit, which is insane. We also have a 1 cost apply armor 10, which is pretty nice, especially against the spikes. And then permafrost. This one doesn't appeal to me very much. So it's a choice between a super expensive spell that we could like at best reduce down to like 2 cost to give 20 attack to something, or we could get a cheap apply armor 10. Man. Well, we have our Imp who's just pumping out Rage anyway. I'm a little bit concerned about picking such a high cost spell for Rage. Like, I'd rather spend that mana on Ice Tornado most of the time to be proactive with the damage that I'm doing before my units take damage via spikes and stuff. So I'm leaning towards the armor, but we also already have 2 like 0 cost apply armor 5 spells. So I don't know if I don't know if I want. I feel like I want to take one of these. Like this one has holdover, so we could keep recasting it, but it's like You know, it's eating up all of our mana every turn. I think I'm going to go with Fortify and just grab the extra spikes. So we have another cheap Helical Crystallis, which I'm down to take another one of those. This one has synergies with Discard, which we don't have at all. And then this one here is Draw 1, Discard 1, which can be good if you're searching for something in particular, but like I'm totally down just to take another one of these. That's like 50 damage for, you know, one. So we can duplicate a card and pick up a Hellhorn, or we can go this way and upgrade our spells and gain a Stygian unit. I kind of want to upgrade our spells right now because we have quite a few, and making them more powerful or cheaper, I think is really going to help us. So let's see what Stygian unit we can pick up. I don't think I want either one of these. Yeah, I don't want either one of these, so I'm going to skip. They just don't have enough health, and they're not... They don't fit in with what I want to do, right? I want to have like a couple tanky guys and a couple aggressive guys, and those are like both very middle of the road, sort of like synergy cards that I don't want to pick up. So let's see what we can do with our spells here. So we have Permafrost. So Permafrost lets us hold on to a card until we absolutely need it. We don't really have any spells where I feel like, you know, we need to worry about that. We can upgrade a spell with plus 20 magic power and consume. I like to do this on the torches, at least one of them, so I have a big cheap torch. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then we can reduce the cost of a spell. Most of the time, I like to put this on Ice Tornado. Get that down to 2, so it doesn't eat up our whole turn. We are going to reroll here because I know I'll get another upgrade here. So we're going to put this on our other Ice Tornado. And we can upgrade a spell with 10 magic power. I think this might not be a bad thing to put onto a torch for like a deal 12 damage. The Ice Tornado is a pretty significant upgrade as well. Helical Crystallis is another good one. So this takes us from 50 damage to 75. This takes us from 60 damage to 90 damage. And this takes us from 2 to 12. So if you're looking for like pure damage output, Ice Tornado is the best bet. But Ice Tornado is definitely random, whereas Torch is targeted, and Helical Crystallis is less flexible but still targeted. You know you're hitting the front enemy. But I think Ice Tornado has been coming through for us pretty hard in a lot of these fights, and I'm going to go ahead and upgrade it. Alright, we're going to leave. And let's see what we get in the random event here. Okay, so we get the Ember Deposits, and we can take one of these two or neither. So we have the Abandoned Stave. We get +1 energy per turn for every 2 Blight cards in your deck, and this will put 2 shards in our deck. So basically this will put us at 4 energy per turn, and we can serve energy between turns, so we could really start stacking some energy across our later turns with this. Or we can get the Calcified Ember and get upgraded versions later, which I believe gives us a really powerful just spell that does a lot of damage. I like the idea of the extra energy here, and because we conserve energy between turns, I feel like it's not going to be too hard for us to cast these Vengeful Shards whenever they pop up. So I'm going to take the Protrusion. Alright, we're up against our first boss. So this one is the guy who makes the bombs, and his bombs are going to have damage shield. Oh, damage shield, not spell shield. Interesting. Okay, we got our Wombo combo on the first floor. So we would take 6. We would take a fair amount of damage here. Or we could... Ice Tornado in this case won't clear. But I think we want to set this up anyway. Like, that's our combo. We do have Ice Tornado, so we can either just definitely clear this guy for 1 and then take 5 damage here and 2 damage here. Or we can Ice Tornado and potentially clear these guys out. I think we would rather try to clear the back guys out. So let's try Ice Tornado. Okay, we got, yep, that's pretty good. So 3 damage here, 1 damage here. We got the incant going, and we can just eliminate that guy too. Very nice. Well, it's nice he keeps casting the bombs there. So we're going to do another Ice Tornado. Good to go. Let's set up with a Trained Steward up top. Actually, let's go ahead and set up with 2 of them. We'll get some damage in on the boss here. Not a lot, but we got some. Okay, I'm not overly worried about this bomb taking out a Trained Steward at the moment. So let's see what we can do down here. We've got 12 damage to the front. We've got armor. I'm going to put armor on him. The more spells we can cast down here, the better. Okay. So let's go ahead up here. We're just going to take out that bomb. And we're going to conserve our units and just put out some more Trained Stewards. Wow, this got pretty insane right now. 21 damage to the front. Okay, we definitely need to cast this and see what happens. We're going to take that guy out. We're going to put armor on the front because she's taking the bomb damage. And then we'll get rid of these shards. Like I said, I had a pretty good feeling about us being able to cast those shards when they came up. So yeah, nothing we could do about that. The 10 damage from the bomb there, really. Okay. I don't hate the idea of clearing this out and hitting the boss for 60. But I also kind of don't want to deal with all this stuff going on the bottom. So we could basically clear this whole floor with Ice Tornado. Alright, pretty close. And then up here, we could just put our chunky guy up there. She is hitting for 41. That is bonkers. Alright, we're fighting the boss. Yeah, I was going to say, he's got to be pretty close to being dead. Alright, let's do... So he's down to 240. We're just going to cast spells, keep that going up. 272. Let's put our... We don't have enough for our imp. Alright, 69 damage. That's like an Ice Tornado from death. Alright, so we've got 50. Got 6. Cast our shard. And then we could just stack up armor on the front guy here. And he'll be dead. Working out pretty well. I think we need a little space for that bottom floor. So we're probably going to pick up the space upgrade. Let's see. Apply sap and frostbites. Permafrost. Apply 5 magic power to spells in hand. I actually like this card quite a bit. And then discard your hand, draw 5. Let's get Harness the Titan. This is going to upgrade all of our spells and just make them hit harder. Okay, we got a couple of dudes here. Okay, so I'm not interested in the one on the left. Sweep and Frostbite. We don't have Frostbite synergies. I don't feel like this is going to be super effective. This guy has Burnout 1. with some stat boost, which is not the direction we want to go. Basically, when burnout goes away, this guy just dies. So he's kind of useless in this deck. And then we have Steelworker, who is endless. And at the after combat, he'll gain 5 armor. That's not great either. I don't really want endless on him. I'm gonna skip. All right, let's go for floor space so we can put our imps on our bottom floor and rage up our guys down there. Okay, we've got gold, artifact, and pyre health. Now, I don't care about the pyre health, but the gold and the artifact would be nice. If we go this direction, we can boost our units, get a Stygian unit, and remove some cards from our deck. Now, I don't know that I want to do anything with our units. We would just be upgrading some train stewards, which isn't the end of the world, but it's like fine. And a new Stygian unit, I'm just not very excited about that at the moment. So I don't think this side is appealing to me. I also don't feel like there's a lot of cards we need to remove. Like all of our cards are pretty solid for different reasons. We don't have enough units yet to get rid of train stewards, so I wouldn't want to get rid of them. So this is kind of useless. These don't appeal to me. This is definitely useless. But gold's always good, and I like the potential of being able to get an artifact. Maybe something that will synergize with rage. So, all right, enemies get -1 attack. That's fine. But 50% chance to remove all buff effects when an enemy unit enters your train means you have the potential to remove spikes on top of a number of other things. So yes, we'll take that all day. That has been like a lifesaver so many times. I'm happy to take that. All right, let's upgrade our champion. So we're getting more health no matter what, which is great. In this case, we're sticking with the sweep and just giving him big health and attack boosts. So right now he's a 1030. So this takes him up to a 2050. So a +10 and a +20. Here we get the 3 sting spells in our hand plus the incant +1 attack. So we're already casting a lot of spells on the floor that this guy's on. So it'd be pretty easy to get this up, plus combined with rage, plus the sting spells. Like, I think we have a lot of synergy with this one. This one does just give us a raw, like, flat 10 damage, which we would have to build up to here by casting, 10 spells. It also gives us more spells, though, when we play it. Do we want that? Because when we get the sting spell, it's 0, deals 10 damage to the front of the enemy unit, and draws an extra card next turn. I think the real question here is, do we want the sting spells to be in our deck? Or do we want our deck to cycle through? And I think the answer, the sting spells effectively replace themselves, but you still draw them. I think that's fine. And we want more spells. So let's go Thornlord. If they didn't have the draw one, I probably wouldn't take them, because our other spells are just more powerful. But because the sting cards draw you a card, I think that's pretty solid. So we have non-boss enemy units restore all health when they move up a floor. This one really sucks, except for the fact that if we get our dude out on the bottom floor, they'll be rooted and won't get that opportunity a lot unless we just get murdered. And that gets us a random artifact. So we're looking at 5 health. We get the 95 health dude. And then our boss at the end. I think we're going to try this. Since we have the ability to root people, we're just going to have to put him on the first floor no matter what. I think a random artifact would be pretty solid here. And I may just regret this. Who knows? Okay, we got our combo out front. Okay, and we got our boom boom. I don't really want to cast these other spells. I could cast them just for the incant, but I don't want to. And I think we're drawing enough extra cards next turn. All right, we got that one being taken down. We've got Ice Tornado, which is a good way to clear out some damage here. And the only way we could potentially hit the person in the back, so we're definitely going to do that. We've got our Imp. We could throw out front, so this guy's taking 45 now. We can add some Rage. Cool, so that guy's dead. That's dead. We've got our Trained Stewards, just regular ones for now, so we'll throw them up on the top floor. And we have enough for 3 on this floor, so we'll do that. Those are the only units we have, huh? Yeah, we won't be able to play an Imp on that floor if we stack 3 Trained Stewards. Okay, so we've got... It's worth hitting this guy. Let's do the Crystallis. He's dead, so let's get rid of this. We're going to put our Imp out again to block, and then we're good. Okay, so we've got our Harness the Titan. We could play it here for an extra 5 damage on Ice Tornado, but most of what else is in our hand is not actually like spells, so I'd rather hang on to it. So we're going to put our Imp out again. All right, that's got this guy at 82. We can Ice Tornado. He's not quite dead yet. We're going to put some armor on there, and we're going to hang on to our Harness the Titan, and we've got the mana to use it. And we've got a brief respite as well, so let's get ready for this boss fight coming up. Let's see. He's got effectively 48 health. He hits with sweep. We're definitely going to play this. And I think we're going to give the 10 armor... I think we'll give it to her. And we win. So now's a good time to Harness the Titan. What's his ability? After he deals a killing blow, he adds a self-mutilation card to the top of your draw pile. Oh, that's not going to matter very much. Get rid of him. Let's apply 5 more armor. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, this is working out fairly well right now. Like I said, I think the root thing really helped in this challenge. I actually like that quite a bit. So now we get a random artifact, which I'm pretty pumped about. The Consumed Crown. Friendly units gain +2 on Slay. Well, that's nice enough. I don't know how often we're going to get that, but with the sweep hitting a bunch of stuff and her getting a lot of rage, they are killing a lot of things. So just more ways to boost their attack. Okay, so we got Quick, which is kind of a useless upgrade on this Impish Scholar. So that doesn't really appeal to me. Return a random consumed spell to your hand. I think all we have is the Rage. Oh, and we have the Torch. Not worth it. We've got Inferno, deal 110 damage to friendly and enemy units. That's a pretty strong amount of damage, but at the same time, it's not ridiculous. We do have Spike of the Hellhorn over here. With cost reduction on it, which is a little weird. But this, we can spend our excess mana on if we don't have anything to do with it, but that's not really our plan. Our plan is to hang on to our mana to cast more spells on the next turn. So I don't really want to eat up our mana just for the heck of it. Like, Rage and Armor is fine. That is kind of the synergies we're going for, but we want to have that extra mana. We want to be able to cast, you know, our Vengeful Shards and stuff when they pop up, and to be able to cast these more powerful damaging spells. So I think we just don't take any of these. Okay, so here, okay, we've got some interesting ones here. So transfer all Frostbite on this floor to unit. Not useful at all. We're not doing Frostbite even a little bit. Permafrost, apply daze 1 to enemy units and discard your hand is interesting. So we can hang on to this until we need it, which is what you want to do with something that has dazed on it. And dazed makes it so that units can't attack or use any action or resolve abilities. We also have the unnamed tome with Permafrost, which applies silence, which disables all triggered abilities like spikes and stuff like that. So I'm actually thinking this is going to be better in the long term. Dazed is nice, but since we root things on the bottom floor, being able to silence the effects that are negative, I think are going to be really nice. So we're going to take the tome. Where's my... Okay, we got the Consume Crown. Not the best artifact in the world. Okay, so we can heal up, we can get an event, and we can upgrade our units, or we can go over here where we can get an artifact, get gold, and buy more artifacts. Definitely going the artifact route. We've got a nice chunk of gold already. Let's see what we get here. When a card with a Consume is played, deal 30 damage to the front unit. Now, we do have those couple of Consume cards, but that's really it. So that's adding 60 damage, basically, to our output. Doesn't seem great. Rage does not decay on friendly units is literally what I was hoping to get. This is going to be insane. We're 100%. That's one of the best artifacts we could have just gotten. That's absolutely bonkers. All right, let's see what else we can get from the merchant here. All right, extra upgrade slot for units could potentially be good. Extra upgrade slot for spells also could be kind of good. Totem fragment I'm not super interested in. The question here is, as we continue on, like, how likely are we to pick up any more upgrades? So spells we could upgrade. Let's see, we've got another unit upgrade section, another spells upgrade, another spells upgrade, and another unit. So we have 2 opportunities to increase the power of our units, 3 opportunities to increase the power of our spells. So if we're going to take anything, I would probably take the spells one here for 195, or we could just reroll. Now, a lot of our spells don't even have upgrades, or they only have 1. So I think, given the opportunity to put upgrades on spells, we're just going to upgrade some of the ones that, you know, don't already have 2 upgrades. Like, is this literally the only one? That's the only one that has 2 upgrades. So getting a 3rd upgrade slot is kind of whatever. And then units wise, I think this is the only one we have 2 upgrades on. So it's not that these are useless, but we just have places where we can put upgrades already. So I don't think I want to spend the gold on them. I'd rather reroll and see what else we can get, and then regret the fact that I rerolled and didn't take one of these. So let's do that. Okay. Friendly units enter with armor 5 is actually really nice counter to spikes. Gain 2 stacks of frostbite each time it's applied. Well, we're not doing frostbite. And then the pyre starts the battle with armor 15. Let's do the units. Start off with armor 5. The pyre getting armor 15 is very tempting, mostly for the final boss. But I don't think it's going to do a lot of use for us up until that point, so I think I would rather keep the 200 gold to spend on upgrades and stuff later. Let's see, do we have another opportunity? We are going to have the Merchant of Trinkets right before the final boss where we can buy more artifacts. And this is just a kind of artifact, so I'd rather keep the gold until then. All right, non-boss enemy units get multi-strike, and that gives us a random artifact. All right, so when something dies, he gains armor. And let's see, when he dies, he boosts attack. So multi-strike is going to chew through our units. I don't think it's a good idea. Also, we're fighting the stealth guy. This battle is going to suck, I think. A lot. So I do not want to add multi-strike on top of it. Now, the question here is, do we want to set up on the first floor or not? Because whatever we do on the first floor, the guy at the end is just going to deal a ton of damage. I think we don't want to. I think we're going to set up on the second floor. Which makes me kind of... Oh, I did that backwards. Okay, that might have just cost me this game. Well, all we can do is stack armor on him. Then we're going to just hit that there. And then... We're not going to play our train stewards yet. Let's see. I'm okay with playing one up top. We need to clear this out. So we're going to do Ice Tornado. And then we'll play our Rage to absorb a hit here. That'll take him out. Like I said, we're not playing our Train Stewards. We are going to deal as much damage as possible to whatever we can, though. It's going to give him armor, but that's fine. Okay. So the goal here is to save our Train Stewards until we've got like one or two waves remaining. And then play him again. Okay, so he is taking 50 damage, so we need to do an additional 55. So if we throw out Rage, that'll do 59. We can do one of those. Now he's dead. We can Ice Tornado on this floor. 30 damage might hit the guy in the back, it might not. Okay, it did, which is good. And we'll cast, we're just going to keep pumping up the armor on the front guy here. Alright, 2 waves remaining, okay. Let's see. Alright, so let's put our imp out again. Alright, so they're both dead. We've got armor. Let's add that. And we could deal 6 damage to the front here. That means this next wave is going to kind of suck. Alright, we want to put all Train Stewards we get on the bottom floor. We only got one. That kind of sucks. Okay, we can apply silence. Alright, let's do 10 to the front. Alright, that clears everything out. I think we want to just hang on to everything here. This is going to get interesting. Hopefully we draw a Train Steward. Because this guy has Stealth 8. The other thing we could potentially do is silence him. Okay, so we didn't draw that. Let's see, we can do Harness the Titan. We can put our Imp out. He hits for 12. So I think what we want to do is just like pump up the armor here. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get him to spend these stealth attacks. So he's going to hit him, and then he's going to get 2 or 3 hits in, which is really not enough. Okay, so 4 is not the end of the world. It does kind of suck. If I could have drawn this Train Steward 1 turn earlier, that would have been amazing. Alright, 483. 508. Okay, so he's going to have 3 health left. Okay, this was going to be... I think this was probably one of the tougher fights for us because of the stealth there. But I think playing it the right way definitely help make a difference. Okay, we've got endless gain 4 energy, and then we would keep that energy, but this also will just constantly come back to our hand, and I don't think we want that. We do have Rage Serum. This is actually consume double stack Rage 6, and now that Rage doesn't expire, that's not terrible. Then we have Imp in a Box. This is +1 and remove consume. I don't know that we have some space for imps, but we have the endless imp. So I think I'm gonna pick up the Rage Serum here. Yeah, it's just 1, give Rage 6 to something, and then it never decays because of our collection of tails. Spell Weakness 2 is actually pretty good, especially for 0 with Permafrost. Sap 3, discard a card at random, is also not terrible, but I like the idea of just having a 0 cost Spell Weakness. And it does get consumed, but like when we need Ice Tornado to hit really hard or something, like it will. Okay, so we can duplicate a card, do an event, and get some gold, or we can heal up, remove, and increase our spells. I think we're going to go this direction, surely because like these two are pretty useless. So let's go over here. Let's grab the coins. Is there anything we want to duplicate right now? If I duplicated anything, I would probably duplicate her. I think I would duplicate her. But we're going to go to the event and see if we get anything like else that we want to duplicate. Okay, a penance yard. So gain Ember Stasis and gain 3 calcified Ember. Playing a Blight card deals 100 damage to the front enemy unit. Wait. So when we play these, it'll do 100 damage to the front enemy unit. That's a little nutty. When summoned, friendly units get +1 for attack for every Blight card in your deck. So that would be +5 attack. We have Raged. We have plenty of ways to upgrade. That's fine. I think we're good. Once played, this card is removed from your deck for the rest of the run, but we have 2 cards that won't get removed. Okay, and then down here, when you play your first Blight card, each turn restore 5 pyre health. I like this one up here. Like every time we play that card now that does nothing, it would do 100 damage. We are going to put 3 of these expensive ones in here, but once we play them, they're out of the deck for the rest of the run. It's intended to be like you pay 3 to deal 100 damage, but man, the synergy here is just too good. Now, I'm kind of considering duplicating our 1 cost. I'm kind of considering duplicating one of these. Like 1 mana, deal 100 damage to the front enemy unit. That's insane now. I mean, this costs 2 and deals 90 damage, but totally random. This costs 1, and at best, we're going to get it to do 70 damage. I think we're going to dupe the Vengeful Shard. As crazy as that is, like, I'll take it. And actually, if we can dupe it again, will we be able to? There's 1 more Hell Vent over here. Because our synergy with this is we get +1 energy per turn for every 2 Blight cards in our deck. And so right now we have 5. So we're getting an additional 2 energy. Yeah, okay. This could be interesting. All right, so he's going to summon the Blinding and Looming Dark Shard. The Blinding will apply Dazed 1 to our units when we play them. And the Looming one will apply +1 energy cost to spells in hand when we cast a spell. So if we get that one on the bottom floor, it's going to suck. All right, so we got the days, which I think is fine. All right, we got this set up the appropriate way, and then we're just gonna like sting our way through this. So if we can clear out all 4 of these. Oh, we don't clear this out. It can't be attacked or anything. So now we can do Rage. We can do Frozen Lance. Oh, it's stacking the days. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I think we're okay with this. So this is the spell one. So let's see. We can do 100 damage to the front. And then just clear out the back. That seems easy enough. We want to... Let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can play one of these and get rid of it. All right, and then we'll do... Nope, not the consume one. We'll do that one. And then let's start stacking Rage on the guy in the back. Looks good to me. We got a regular Train Steward. We'll throw that up top. And then let's cast some spells on the boss in the back. That's good. That's good. We don't want the... Oh, is that permanent? It is permanent. Okay, interesting. So now our Urchin Spines is not free anymore. Alright, well that's 100 damage to that guy. Oh, this got so ridiculous. Man, we're gonna put our big Train Steward up here. This is Rally, so we can do 90 damage to the boss. And let's put another Train Steward there. This, I don't know if we're gonna win, but this this run has been incredibly fun so far. Okay, so this particular one is going to be a bit of a problem. So what do we want to do this turn? We don't want to play Harness the Titan. We don't want to play Urchin Spines. We don't want to play Unnamed Tome. There's no real reason to do that. We can just apply some armor up here. Man, I want to cast that Rage Serum. It's going to increase our Urchin Spines. We might just want to apply Urchin Spines here. We got 2 95 health things. They're going to stay. Like, I think we're just going to do that. I don't like it, but it's what we gotta do. This next wave is gonna suck. Okay, at least he moved up. Okay, we did get some stuff here. Alright, let's do boom boom. I think we play the crystal and just try to get rid of this guy. Okay, 1 damage apiece. Easy enough. We got the rally one here, so let's... Oh. 100 damage, 50 damage. Definitely like that. Yeah, looks good. Alright, don't care about that at all. Let's go down here. So we're taking 11 damage. Now we're just taking 1. Man, I love that imp. What do we got up here? We get the incant one. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's double stack some armor on this guy. Give her some armor as well. I think that'll up our ice tornado. I think we're good. Whack! 52 damage. Alright, we've got Rally. That's fine. Okay, apply dazed 1 to your units. We might have to hold off. No, we want to play the imp. We do want to play the imp. I think that's fine, because we're going to kill him. And then I think we play the imp. We get dazed 1, which means he's not taking any damage, but that's fine. And then we just, like, cast a bunch of spells on him. Alright, final wave. Let's see what we got. So he's taking 578. That's not a lot. Let's get rid of his... Okay, 595. Let's see. $612. 689. $706. Oof. 20 damage. That is nothing. Okay. Let's play Permafrost. Let's do Sting. Sting. Let's put armor on... he's hitting for 25, so he's dead. And then he takes 1 hit, and then he's dead. So the armor isn't really going to do anything for us. Really? This was going so smoothly until it wasn't. Oh, wait. We got the Vengeful Shards, baby, coming through. I knew that was going to be so good. Oh, man, that was intense. Okay, apply Fragile and Multi-Strike to a unit. If it loses health, it dies. Yeah, that's absolutely terrible with spikes. So, no. Deal damage to the front enemy equal to 2 times the number of spells in your deck 3 times. So, 36 plus 20 damage. Okay, so that would be 150 something damage for 3. And then it's consumed. I don't think I like it. I'm not sure. It's 168 damage. Is that what that is? And consume. Nah, I don't think so. Alright, we can do more energy, we can draw 1 more, or we can increase our space on the floor. I don't want to increase our space on the floor. We don't really have anything to put on the floor. The energy has been pretty nice getting to play everything. Drawing an extra card. We kind of do that with Sting already, so I think we're just going to take more energy. Okay, so we have heal, which we don't need, units, which we could use, remove cards, which we don't really need. We've got gold, which is always good, upgrade spells, also good, and we have an event. So I kind of want to upgrade our units, and I think we're going to go this direction. Okay, we're going to upgrade our spells here. Yeah, let's just take the opportunity to really upgrade our spells, I guess. All right, so let's go there. Let's go to the event. We have a couple things we'd want to duplicate, so we got Bone Dog. Oh my goodness. So restore 5 higher health, or we can purge something. Triggers if this card remains in hand at the end of the turn. I mean, kind of useless, but also cute. We don't need either one of these, really. Do we want to purge something? I don't think we do. I'm sorry, Bone Dog. We just don't need you. Oh, this makes me feel so bad. Bone Dog? Fuck, I'm taking him. I can't. Guys, don't do what I just did. Don't do what I just did. I just took the dog and I didn't need the dog. Ooh, upgrade a spell to have holdover. Double stack, apply armor 10. Oh, the rage. No, the rage ones are consume. Unfortunately. Well, we could hold over like Ice Tornado or the Crystal. Those would be nice. Yeah, that's a possibility. Plus 10 magic power. We can do that. I think that's a better fit for Ice Tornado. Reduce cost. Free 10 armor. Actually, I like this one. Being able to play this whenever for free. So let's do this one. And I think holdover would be pretty solid on like the armor, or possibly this one, possibly the silence. I don't actually know if I want to hold over any of this stuff though, because we already have the imp that's endless. That takes a spot in our hand. But 10 armor every turn. We're gonna upgrade that. Do we re-roll? What do we got going on here? So we're here. We got Merchant of Magic, and then next up we're gonna have Merchant of Trinkets. If we re-roll, we're guaranteed to get a cost reduction. Do I want to put that on anything? I don't think so. What else could I possibly want? Remove consume, maybe, from like the rage one. That would be worth picking up. If we could do this, it would like remove consume and cost one more. It'd be 2 mana, applied rage 6 that never ended. But that's a gold investment that I don't know if I want to make. But based on the last battle that we fought, we weren't outputting enough damage on the boss. So we're not likely to put out enough on the next boss with sap included. Let's roll. Permafrost, upgrade with plus 20 magic power and consume, and upgrade a spell to cost -1. So let's do Frozen Lance. We can get that out of our deck. Upgrade a spell to cost -1. I feel like it's okay to either put that on like Helical. Yeah, let's put it on a Helical. That way we just have a free one we can cast all the time. And then Permafrost. Cast it when you need to. Nah. Alright, so we kind of wasted 50 gold. Doesn't make me happy, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, so we have Thornlord 2 or Strangler 2. So we've seen what Strangler 2, or Thornlord 2, we've seen what one of these is. Okay, so we can get 70 health, or we can upgrade our attack. I feel like I want to upgrade our attack. So this just gives us pure stats, and I think that's totally fine. Make him a bigger, chunkier dude, because his attack is getting stacked pretty high. Plus 8 attack for 400 coins. Oof. 15 damage and 100 armor. It doesn't increase their health. It increases their attack, which is going to suck earlier on. We'll have 400 additional gold going into the Merchant of Trinkets, which really is overkill, especially if we grab Forgotten Boons. Oh, we've taken absolutely no pyro damage this whole run. And we have a heal, we have coins, we have upgrade our units, we have duplicates, which I would like to hit on that one particular card. Upgrade spells and purge. So we could go either way here. All right, so this guy has 0 and just a ton of health. These guys have 3, so they'd be 13 10s, which we could probably kill pretty easily. It's always dudes with tons of health here. Oh, man. I think we gotta risk it to try to beat the last boss. Right now, I feel like our deck's been doing really well, but I'm not confident that it'll beat the last boss. And if we can't beat this, then we're probably not beating the last boss anyway. I say that, but we'll see. All right, let's get our setup going. Okay. Unfortunately, we are going to take a ton of damage here because we do not have our stuff that hits the back row. I probably should have cast my Harness the Titan there. That was a good turn to do it, and I did not do it. Let's put them up on the top row. Ooh, this is already feeling real bad. We need some ice tornadoes. Like 100%. Okay, so we've got Frozen Lance, Ice Tornado, Torch. Good. Yeah, this is a good opportunity to cast this. Okay, so let's Ice Tornado and see what that does. Cool. Then we have our Vengeful Shard for 100. We don't want her to take damage. We want to give her armor, as a matter of fact. We can consume this, but I don't think we want to. I think we're okay with just casting another Ice Tornado to get rid of him. Doggy! I did what I thought was right. Okay? I did what I thought was right. Okay, we pulled our Ice Tornadoes, so we're probably a little bit screwed here. We can do 100 to the guy in the front. 36 damage. Oh, that kind of sucks. Oh, we got our... Yes, we've got our armor stacking. Good. Good. Okay, let's put our big train steward here. Let's put a regular guy behind him. I think that's fine. So... we need our imp, man. We need our imp to start taking some hits. Come on, imp. Okay, we got him. He goes there 100%. Armor goes on her 100%. Rage. Double stacked rage. We're going to go on him since he has so much health. Alright, let's do one of the... Ooh, spell weakness, actually. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, she's still taking 12 damage. This is rough. This is really rough. We're going to kill this guy in the front so that we can hit the next guy with 100 damage. We're just going to give her all the armor. We have to keep her alive. Oh, finally. Okay, let's put the imp out there. Let's get some armor going. Let's just eliminate that guy. Let's go up top, and we're going to do another train steward. And then we're just going to cast that for the incants. I don't know how this is going to pan out. I feel like this could end up pretty bad. Oh, this guy has trample. 353 damage. Okay. Oh. 443 damage. Not a whole lot else we can do except for cast our spells. Ooh, that sucks. Yeah, her taking that much damage earlier on kind of sucked. But like I said, if we can't beat this guy, then I don't think we're going to beat the last boss. 668. So if we can draw a lot of our purge spells, which we didn't draw any of, then yeah. Okay, let's do 11. Let's do 11. Let's do the imp up here. Let's do armor on that guy. Let's just get rid of that. It doesn't do anything. Ooh, I think we might lose here, you guys. 596. He's taking no damage. So 25 right now. I mean, 13. Yep, this is where we lose. I took the gamble and it did not pay off. Our pyre's doing 40 damage. It's got 140 health, so we can take 5 hits. So this will do what? 200-ish damage. Like definitely nowhere close to enough. Man. We were doing so well, and I took that gamble there at the end, and it did not pay off. I don't think we would have beat the last boss, though, honestly. I was feeling really good. Like, that whole run was super smooth, but just as the last mini boss that we fought with the shards, I could tell. I was like, yeah, we don't have it. We just don't have it. We're doing really well, and we were killing stuff before it like ever got to the 3rd floor, but we just didn't have the damage output for it. Still, rank 211 out of 432, so around 50%. Okay, I don't feel too bad about that. The times on how do these people get scores in like 19 minutes? I guess they're also not like they're not chatting and you know, narrating their runs and stuff. First guy was like 29 minutes. I'm good. Okay, well, that was the daily challenge for Monster Train here. I thought this challenge was super cool. I would be really happy to do this one again. I actually like this one quite a lot. I would appreciate, getting to do this kind of challenge without having to play these 2 clans. Like, some of the other clans that you can play as are ones that I actually prefer playing as. I don't mind these 2, but they're definitely not my favorites out of what's available. So I'd like to see something similar to this with different clans. I'm going to be checking in a little bit more frequently to try to catch like good daily challenges that have different clans with mutators that seem pretty cool, and just kind of hitting the recordings for those whenever those pop up, as opposed to trying to like wait when I'm like, oh yeah, I can do a Monster Train run. I'm just going to like look and be like, does this look like a good one? Okay, I'm going to record it. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. Let me know if you, think I made any major errors, or you would have made some decisions differently. Like I said, I don't think we would have beat the final boss, but I mean, that was just a really smooth run up until that last fight there, like insanely smooth. So, yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you being here. Hope you're having fun with whatever games you're playing. Maybe one of those games is Monster Train. I don't know. If you like the video, hit the like button. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, ring the bell, share the video, and help the channel continue to grow. Actually seeing some growth now, which is pretty nice. And I'll see you guys on the next episode.